Ever felt your heart race, palms sweat, or stomach churn for no apparent reason? Ever felt an inexplicable sense of dread or fear? You might have experienced anxiety. Anxiety is a complex beast. It's a natural response that our bodies have to stressful situations or perceived dangers. It affects us both physically and psychologically. Physically, you might notice an increased heart rate, excessive sweating, trembling, or shortness of breath. Psychologically, it can manifest as feelings of restlessness, worry, or fear. But here's the thing about anxiety. It's not always a bad thing. It's a part of our survival instincts, designed to alert us to possible threats. The problem starts when this response becomes exaggerated or chronic, interfering with our daily lives, making simple tasks seem insurmountable, and robbing us of our peace and happiness. Anxiety is a common mental health issue, and it's important to understand it to manage it effectively. Anxiety doesn't just appear out of the blue. It has causes, triggers, and risk factors. Let's delve into some of the common causes of anxiety. Genetics often play a role. If a close family member struggles with anxiety, you may be more likely to experience it too. Environmental factors also come into play. Chronic stress, a traumatic event, or ongoing health issues can all contribute to anxiety. It's not just about the big things, though. Even minor everyday stresses can build up over time, leading to anxiety. Your personal history matters as well. Past experiences, especially traumatic ones, can leave a lasting impact on your mental health. Anxiety can also be triggered by specific situations or events. Maybe it's public speaking, or perhaps it's a fear of flying. These triggers can vary widely from person to person, but they all have the potential to spark anxiety. Knowing what might trigger your anxiety is a key step in managing it. So, you've identified you have anxiety. Now what? How do you manage it? The first thing to remember is that you're not alone. There are millions of people all over the world who are dealing with anxiety, and there are countless ways to manage it effectively. Here are some practical tips that might help you on your journey. Firstly, regular exercise is a proven method to reduce anxiety. It helps to increase the production of endorphins, which are your body's natural mood lifters. You don't necessarily have to run a marathon or lift heavy weights. Simple activities like walking, yoga, or dancing can go a long way in managing anxiety. Secondly, a healthy diet is essential. The food you eat directly affects your mood and energy levels. Aim for a balanced diet that includes plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Try to limit your intake of processed foods, caffeine, and alcohol, as these can trigger anxiety symptoms. Next, let's talk about sleep. Adequate sleep is vital for your mental health. Aim for around 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. Establish a regular sleep schedule and create a calming bedtime routine to help you relax and prepare for sleep. Mindfulness techniques can also be incredibly useful in managing anxiety. This can involve meditation, deep breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment to appreciate your surroundings. These techniques can help you stay focused on the present moment, rather than worrying about the past or future. Lastly, don't hesitate to seek support from loved ones or mental health professionals. It's okay to ask for help. Talking about your feelings with someone you trust can provide immense relief. If your anxiety feels overwhelming, a mental health professional can provide you with additional strategies and treatments. One thing to keep in mind is that these tactics might not work the same for everyone. It's important to find what works best for you. It might take some time and experimentation, but don't get discouraged. Remember, you're not alone in this. These strategies are not one-size-fits-all solutions, but they offer a starting point for managing anxiety. Anxiety can feel overwhelming, but understanding it and having strategies to manage it can help. We've journeyed through the landscape of anxiety together, shedding light on its nature, its triggers, and the tools we can use to manage it. Firstly, we learned that anxiety is a natural response to stress or fear and comes in many forms. It's not just a feeling, but a physiological response that can profoundly impact our lives. Next, we delved into the myriad of factors that can trigger anxiety, everything from genetics to environmental stressors. Knowledge of these triggers can empower us to anticipate and manage our responses better. Lastly, we explored practical strategies to manage anxiety. These include mindfulness exercises, cognitive behavioral therapy, and lifestyle changes like regular exercise and a balanced diet. Remember, you are not alone in your struggle with anxiety. There is help available, and with the right strategies, you can manage your anxiety effectively.